Before we get into today's episode, I want to tell you about HelloFresh. HelloFresh offers delicious, easy to prepare recipes and convenient doorstep delivery, plus calorie smart and carb smart options to make eating well easier than ever. Get 16 free meals plus 3 gifts with code TBTB16 at hellofresh.com/TBTB16. One more time, go to hellofresh.com/TBTB16 and use code TBTB16 to get 16 free meals plus 3 free gifts. Now let's get to the episode. Hello, everybody. Welcome to The Bald and the Beautiful. I am Alyssa.
Kevin Allen Fredericks III.
Angel Akita Tanksley.
Marcus.
And we're reviewing the show Made at First Sight season 14. We are on episode 7.
Yeah.
You're correct. Mm-hmm. We're on episode 7 because I was looking last night at 6 and I was like, I had seen this before. You didn't watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, we watched.
Oh,
we watched.
Okay, here we go. We're just gonna go in order.
It was a good episode.
The notes that I have instead of like who is a heavy hitter. No, are you gonna leave early?
Yes, I'll probably leave 5-10 minutes early.
So we should talk about Alyssa and Chris and then Jasmina and Michael to make sure we get it with you and everybody else don't know what I care about.
And then Lindsay and Mark.
Yeah.
Okay, we can go in that order.
Yeah. That's
okay,
perfect.
I brush my teeth like this.
All right, so she
stabbing
is a
his
weirdo.
mouth.
Anyway, okay, we can do it. All right, Alyssa and Chris. I just want to say,
Yeah, slow clap.
I don't know why you're clapping because I'm a good person and all I did is work hard. I've just worked so hard to be here, and he breathed, and I don't
and
like.
It was aggressive.
I don't like his carbon dioxide was in my monoxide, and I didn't like it.
I'm really mad because I really don't think she got called out on her stuff.
I didn't either.
Enough?
And I think
Not
Pastor
at all.
Cal was trying to
We're
encourage him.
That's what I'm here for.
He was trying to encourage, what's his name?
Chris.
Pastor Cal was like, I need you to speak honestly.
Yeah.
And Chris was still like, I just don't think we're going to make
He was still
it.
emphasis on what he was trying to say.
Correct.
Well, because she still, I wanted her to be called fully to the floor
Yes.
of name every single one of these differences that you're referring to.
Yes.
Like she only gave a hint to one that made me go, ooh, you very all lives matter-ish.
Yes, she is.
Which
Oh, yeah.
was
The police
him
thing?
Yes.
defunding the police. And I'm like, she didn't even have a conversation with him about it because there are so many different angles to that.
Absolutely.
Like
That's what I'm saying. Most
His best friend's police. Also, that's funny.
This is a completely different
Defund police.
subject.
My best friend police is the same thing as
Dude.
my best friend's black.
Most people that, as soon as you say defund, they're just like, but we need police. They're usually extreme right wing and they have no idea what defund the police means.
No.
Yes.
or at least what it means to that person. This is not like an all lives matter thing where I've never heard a different point of view on all lives matter.
I agree.
Right.
It's always the same point of view. Defund the police can go to a very radical place or to a place where it's just like that money needs to be reallocated to.
People hear
You know
That's
how
what
I
I
feel,
mean.
you
That's
know
what
how
I
I
hear
feel
and
about
understand.
first
They think
responders.
Correct.
You hear defund, people
Yes.
think we don't need police at all.
Right.
Most people, not all.
Right.
Most people like Angel are saying if somebody's having a mental illness
Correct.
breakdown,
The
maybe the
police
police
do not
aren't the
need to
first
be called.
person
Right.
that needs to. Maybe somebody who understands how to deal with mental health is first.
But
or
you know how I feel about
drugs.
first responders.
Yeah.
You know
Just-
the respect and to put it on social media.
And
I mean-
she hadn't even that's something she found when she got back from Puerto Rico.
Yes.
That was
Right.
not something
No.
that she saw there.
There's no way you didn't even spend one
And-
night with him.
No, and I think the producers were trying to pin her down and say, what is it? Because when they had the conversation between her and her mama, and you know them producers put their mama up to
Oh,
it. So
my
please
God.
tell me
She was like-
specifically.
Yeah.
The mama was saying, she was sitting there talking. You can
It's
see the mama's
just-
face. You are trash.
Respect. Girl, these are just generic words.
He never
And
was
then when
disrespectful to
Right.
her.
And so
Ever, because they've never had a full conversation.
Seriously.
I wanted Pastor Cal to say, please give me all the instances that you can think of disrespect.
Give me one.
One.
Between the two of you.
One
Not one that you've
solid.
heard of.
One.
Not something that you heard from the groomsmen.
Yeah.
Between you and him. Because she also said to her mama, because her mom was like, he seemed really nice. Well, you don't know how he treats me.
That's what I want to give me that. Give me what that
He
is.
treats you like a stranger because y'all ain't around. You are a stranger, you
are.
idiot.
Literally, the most interaction you guys had was paddle boarding, and you yourself said it was a pleasant experience.
And then she tried to lie
Other
and
than
say,
looking at
I
his body.
enjoyed playing tennis with him. No, you didn't. didn't.
She was lying so hard.
It just made me, I was waiting on the moment. While I am glad that he was like, what I can appreciate about him, because I was like, now, if he doesn't eventually call a spade, and in this, he's doing the exact same thing she is of just still participating in the show.
Yeah.
Without the actual manifestation of an actual marriage.
Yes.
So I do appreciate that he finally was like, this is decision day. I want a divorce.
I loved it.
Because,
the music came in accident. Today's decision day for me.
Listen, you can tell Pastor Cal was happy with it because usually they're like,
that's what I was
you want to give it a longer try. You just, if we can push through it.
Nah, he was just like, good. He was like, good.
I was so happy because historically the experts do try to like, finish. You never know.
No,
we
they
put
saw
you
that was
together
unhealthy.
because opposites attract. And it was the first time that he was just like, very good for you.
Yeah.
Right.
Good for you.
Let's not stand on ceremony.
When she was done after he said he wanted a divorce, and when she was out there talking in her little confessional, I was laughing so hard at the music they were playing because it was almost like she was like, and I just worked so hard to get here, and I've been working so hard to stay here.
The other thing is the nerve to be surprised.
The
nerve to feel ambushed. Like she didn't
She's a
request
victim.
this of him.
Karen is a walking, talking, breathing victim.
She
Don't think she's a victim
would have
of,
done this.
Let me not say that.
All the way up until decision day.
Yeah,
She would have
absolutely.
ran this doggone thing, never has spent a night with him, and ran that for, what do they have, like 6 weeks left or something like that?
Yeah, 6 weeks.
She would have ran that for 6 weeks if he didn't be like, I'm not doing
Yeah,
that. She
he's-
literally would have been like, okay, it's my turn in the apartment.
Yeah, he said there's a lot of reasons to stay here. Marriage is not one of them for you.
Come on.
She took offense to
And
that,
I took
didn't she?
offense. But this is the thing. It's true,
It
Alyssa.
is so true.
I could have left many times, but I'm still here.
And why does she want credit for that?
Still here.
That is
She
really,
didn't do nothing.
Literally, you ran and insulted this man the entire 2 weeks you guys were together.
Everybody
and
hates
now
you.
wants credit like I worked so
Everybody
hard.
hates
Going
me.
through the interview process to become a contestant on this show is not working so hard.
That is working hard. You know what's working hard? Working out. This episode is brought to you by Noom, our good friends over at the Nooms. Listen, guys, here's the thing about Noom. Here's the thing about life. Nobody, and I mean nobody, is going to be 100% right every time, all the time. But that doesn't mean you have to get off the train and walk back home to eat unhealthy chips and stuff. Yeah, did I have 2 bags of Hawaiian chips, jalapeno, and I should have been eating fruits and vegetables? Of course. But did I have a healthy blueberry muffin for breakfast this morning? Yes. And am I having kale salad for lunch today? Yes. Just because I wanted some jalapeno chips doesn't mean I need to get off the track. And that's what Noom is here to say. Noom is unlike anybody else. They're unlike other restrictive diets or workout programs. Noom Weight uses psychology to empower you with practical knowledge and skills you need to build smarter and more sustainable long-term habits and behaviors. The psychology-based approach is based on scientifically proven principles like cognitive behavioral therapy, which helps people better understand their relationship with food and why they eat the way they do. Noom doesn't believe in restricting what you can or can't eat. Instead, Noom gives you the knowledge and wisdom to make informed choices that not only fit your lifestyle, but also help you reach your goals. An off day or off moment is totally okay and won't set you off course, okay? The chips is all right with me. More than 75% of users complete the program. More than 60% of users lose 5% or more body weight by 16 weeks, and more than 60% of users engaged with the program keep the weight off for over a year or more. Noom is grounded in science. It's at the heart of everything they do. They publish more than 30 peer-reviewed scientific articles that inform users, practitioners, scientists, and the public about how their methods work and how effective they are. I've been doing great this year with this same ideology. At first, I was going to try and work out 2 times a day for 45 minutes a day and not have any sweets, fried foods, liquor. And I was trying that, and I did try it, but 2 or 3 hours into the first day, Melissa had bought some like little Toblerones from the duty-free shop in Germany, and they're like literally like 3 bite-sized pieces of a Toblerone, and I had 6 of those, which in hindsight, I probably would have just eaten half a Toblerone by myself, but in my mind, I had less. So I want you to sign up today. Sign up for your trial and get psychology-based support and motivation to reach your goals at noom.com/TBTB.
TBTB.
That's noom.com/TBTB.
TBTB.
To sign up for your trial today.
let me tell you, I called her a disgusting human being before, and let me tell you why I stand by it. She is the type of person, and she just solidified it more so in my head, and I could be completely wrong, but I'm gonna assume that I'm not.
A good person.
She's a good person.
The way she exaggerates situations, she's the type of white woman that if a black man came up to her and said, "I'm sorry, that's my seat," she'd be like
crying,
he
hysterically,
aggressively
Oh my God.
told me to move. I felt unsafe.
You would absolutely say that.
Her attitude towards this triggers me.
This isn't an assumption. She has done this with this man, Chris,
Yes.
who she
That's a
spent 3 minutes with
Yes.
in whole, and has called him aggressive. She's called him rude and all of
She
these
called him
things.
that the first night before they even got a chance to
Disrespectful.
This is
talk.
the thing that's crazy.
She called him that off with. I'm sorry. She called him that off what his friend said about him.
Correct.
The woman, I don't know nothing about Chris.
Literally, outside
hasn't
of
even-
him really trying, like he's done everything
all I know
in
is he's
his power.
Patient
Tons of
is
Oh
what
my
I know.
God, he's patient.
And he has put, you want to go swimming? Let's go swimming. You want to go do this? I'm willing to do that as well. He has tried to put her first every step of the way. And for her to turn around, she is selfish that you called her
remember
that.
when he was like trying to do all that? She was like, "Oh, he's trying to be a yes man.
Yep.
I don't like it." Girl, pick and choose.
Pick.
I don't listen. She wasted her time.
She wasted
She's not
his time.
She wasted his time. She wasted her time. You
Wasted
are
the
not
expert's
right for this
time.
experiment.
Never.
You
No.
weren't even open enough to this for this to even have half of a chance. But at least if you're going to be terrible, stand 10 toes.
Man.
Be like, you
Listen.
know what? He is not attractive. This ain't. I told people attractive. I don't like his body, and therefore I don't like him. I can honestly respect that more than acting like that's not it.
What's going
and
on?
making up literally everything.
This is worse, though.
That's what I'm saying.
But no, I'm saying even if she's doing this to try to not say that,
Oh, this
what
is worse
she's
than not saying
doing
it.
is worse.
Yeah.
To attack his character, attack his looks. That is a little less
Yeah,
harsh.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But to attack someone's character, when his friend bust out laughing,
Sure did.
when he was like, she said that she consulted with her psychic. He said, "Wait."
First of all, yeah.
Everybody stop.
If you on a first date and the chick was like, "Yeah, what do you
I
say?"
consulted my psychic. I'd be like, "Get out of
Get
there."
out.
He didn't have the eagle tattoo, guys.
She's such a. But
He
of
said it
course
could be
her
a war
husband-
veteran.
Of course, her husband, he was hilarious. Of course, her husband would have an ego tattoo.
Come on.
Because he's MAGA as well.
Then come on. That's what it really boils down to, is that because I was shocked when it was the defund police. I said, "Okay, Chris, what
Me
we
too.
talking
Me
about?"
too.
And I said, "Oh, you Karen, you Karen, you." So yeah, I am glad that he stepped away, but I am mad that she didn't get the Dr. Pepper should have been the one,
Absolutely.
because Dr. Pepper would have called that.
I'm
girl
not
to the
going to
ground.
mince words.
Yeah.
That's that dog.
Nah, she almost it's almost like she stayed on the show hoping they would just pick somebody different for her.
Yes.
It was like, you know what, we made a mistake. We're sorry.
Or she
Oh my
could
God,
show
you're a
long
victim.
enough to spin off
Here's
her
this
own show.
Calvin Klein model.
Yes.
Girl, get out of here.
She is a
Like a
bad
stepped
person.
on piece of gum.
Yeah, just saying you're a good person
She
does
is.
not
You're a
make you
horrible
a good
person.
I've
You
never-
can't just keep repeating that through fake tears and make people believe like you just did 18 awful things.
Yeah, and then he was like, when they officially separated, broke up, divorced, whatever it is, had the conversation. And then he was like, well, I hope you have a nice life, or whatever he said. And she was just like,
Where's my phone? Oh, she made her eyes smaller than him.
Yeah.
Oh,
When he
then she
said-
came back.
She said-
I guess there's nothing else to say, and walked out.
He was-
Then came back.
Where's
don't
my
know where my
phone?
phone-
Where's my phone? Then walked outside with tears in her eyes.
She's just.
Listen, he said that when he said specifically, because I recorded it and sent it to Melissa and Angel and Marcus Tanksley. He was like, I think here for another reason. She said,
She did. She
did.
did.
I make my eyes
Make my eyes
Not
smile at you.
fair.
Just
She wanted to do her stuff and not be called out for it, is what
Yes.
she wanted.
Yes,
And that's what she's accustomed to doing.
She wanted to create this persona of herself
Narrative.
that she wasn't.
You
That was a shout
And
out to
she got
Kanye.
mad at him for calling it out.
you could see the loony on her as she walked down the hallway. Yeah, you're like, you could see the loony aura. It was like, and Animaniacs.
I love that show.
And Yakko, yeah.
You know the lyrics?
Well, I'm glad that she gets no more
Not all of them, I know
airtime.
that.
What y'all say now?
And
He
Bill
knows,
Clinton,
it's
yeah.
he knows the lyrics to Animaniacs. It's Animaniacs.
That is
Dooba
cute.
dooba doo.
There you go. That's it.
Yakko Yak. Animaniacs. The Pinky and the Brainy try to rule the universe.
I don't even know that.
You don't know not one word?
And I know the Animaniacs.
Totally
insane. Pinky and the Brainy. Animaniacs.
Those are the facts.
Oh, I didn't even know those are the facts. Just do do
Yes.
You weren't even trying to listen to what they
Cared about the
said.
lyrics?
You know Pinky and the Brain theme song?
Who?
Pinky and the
We're
Brain?
Pinky and the brain.
That's the end of it.
We're Pinky.
Pinky and the Brain.
we're
Pinky
totally
and
in the same.
One is a
Is a
genius,
genius,
the other's insane.
insane.
They're laboratory mice.
Mice.
Their genes have a splice. The
The Pinky and the brain.
You know, I still say to this day, and nobody ever guesses. They be like, so what you doing tomorrow? Same thing I do every day. Try to take
over.
and people be-
Who are you around if they don't get that?
Nobody get, and every single time they're like, oh, okay. I say it every time.
You need new friends, Marcus.
I know.
They have to know
I'm
that.
looking.
I would know that. You
I've said it to you, Kev.
You did not.
You don't
ever
listen. You
said
don't
it
pay
me,
attention
Marcus.
to me
You
when I
was lying
talk.
on
You
people's
never
camera.
pay
He
attention
was
to
in
me.
his phone. That's
I'm a
why
good
he
person.
Was probably doing this. Oh yeah, that's good.
That's exactly. He was like, oh yeah.
That's hilarious because it's accurate. Okay. Anything else?
I am
on-
so glad she's gone.
Me
Oh
too.
my God.
I
I'm
wish
glad
they
she
would- I
left
wish
the way
more-
she did.
Yes, I wish more couples that you know were never going to make it have done this. I think it gives you time to watch the show for the other people who
Yes.
actually have a chance,
Yeah.
or even at least trying to make it work. Because there was a point where Chris and Paige, it was obvious they weren't going to make it,
Yeah.
and it was just like scratching your nails through chalkboard to watch these scenes of
Yes.
people who are not going to do it. More people who are like, y'all ain't gonna make it.
Yeah,
this
but
day. Just gone.
but Chris is more. Paige was the one kind of yo-yoing that relationship.
That's true. That's true. And he did be gone.
Chris was like, it's a no.
But watching
open
her,
dog.
watching her leave with him saying, I want a divorce is like watching a movie and seeing the villain perish horribly.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, people were cheering.
I needed
I
more
was.
torture.
I am happy actually that he was the one
Yeah,
to call
absolutely.
up
Oh, me
instead of
too.
her.
Yeah.
It took all her power away.
Yes.
Yeah.
It really stripped her of
She's like-
everything. Yeah,
Yes.
she was genuinely
I mean,
shocked. It was
she
delicious.
She was. Yes. I was like,
It's
yeah.
so hard for me to reconcile how like fake hurt she was.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
She wasn't
it.
doing nothing to be together. Why were you surprised?
Literally.
He was like, now I was surprised he did it. But
Yeah,
why were you
I was,
surprised?
yeah, I know.
Because everything else about him said he was going to try and try and
Right.
try. And then he was just like,
I'm not done.
why am I think it was when he unpacked his suitcase. He was like, this is dumb. He probably
I lo-
repacked it back up.
He already knew he was going to do that, which is so great because he was like, how about I stay there first? And then we'll talk to Pastor Cal. And then we'll go from there.
She still showed up to that couch line. I want to see where this goes.
She's such a liar.
You wanted to see where the show took you.
Exactly.
Oh, I
That's
love
what
that part.
You
Is
would
there a
see.
possibility
I'm not here
of
for
another
TV.
trend?
Yes.
Are we going to shake things
Oh.
up this season?
What are we doing for our 1 month anniversary?
Correct.
She thought it was gonna be like the circle where they bring people back.
Yes.
And they were like, nah, go on, take your
Yeah.
stuff home.
Bye bye.
Bye, girl.
Kick
gone.
rocks.
Good riddance. That's the name of the episode. Good riddance.
Good riddance.
Alyssa. All right. Alyssa and Chris, we're done.
Alyssa. Oh no, okay, we're done
Yeah.
with them.
Okay. Let's go to Jasmina and Michael.
This lying son of a gun. I got so confused because
did
I was
too.
like, okay, they're about to light me up in the comments and be like, Angel, you weren't listening. Because I was like, it sounds like to me he just told a bold-faced lie.
10 toes down.
A bold-faced.
Bold face.
I was like, I was
He said,
telling
"I'm
Marcus.
sticking to this."
I said, right now, they are arguing. There was a point in time where they were arguing omission of
Yes,
truth.
yes.
And I was like, oh, no, that's not what you're supposed to be
No,
arguing about.
uh-uh.
You literally asked
Asked
him
him.
the words,
Yeah.
have you ever lived with
He
a
said,
woman?
no,
He said,
capitals.
No.
N-A-W. Now.
But
No,
when
I
they
never
did the
did.
flashback, you could see in his face. He knew he was lying.
He was lying. Yes. I'm telling you. And so then when they went to his house, we see the back of the woman's head, and she was like, "Your roommate's a woman." And then I find out there's two. I was like, I'm losing my mind because I could have sworn he just asked the question.
When I first seen it, I thought it was bad editing. I'm like, why did they just show the back of her going to the bathroom? I was like, I'm confused as hell right now. It was like, oh.
But I was so glad because I was about to rewind and be like, did I hear him wrong?
Nope.
And they were like, no, we'll run it back for you, Angel. And they showed it. And I was like, okay, so no, y'all need to be, that would probably, for me, probably be the demise of the entire relationship.
Really?
I don't, bold-faced lying.
The way he lied, he should have just dug in even deeper and was like, nah, that ain't my roommate. That's probably one of his girls.
Oh, Jesus.
Just stay in it if you're going to lie that hard.
The only thing for me that gave him a little bit of salvation was in the beginning, he was trying to gaslight her, though. When he was like, I don't understand why you think this is a big deal. It never came. Or no, he didn't say that. He said there was never an opportunity for this to come up.
He was making it seem like omission.
It's still a lie. You lied
But the
because
thing
it
is,
did come up.
it did come up.
Even without the lie, there were opportunities for you to bring it up.
She said, I live with my best friend, or I live, my guy is a roommate. Yes.
You see that man dancing right there? He's tall. He's about 5'7". He's wearing all black, gray socks, black shoes. That's my roommate. He is a man.
Oh, okay, because I actually live with two girls. That's my roommates. We cool or we not cool. We just got together and got this apartment because we could afford it.
There was time and opportunity for you to just volunteer the information. And then when you were asked directly.
That's the part that's always going to get me.
And then I was really thrown off because I was like, wait, was that Elijah Wan that said?
Right, he was like, it must have been the
other dude. Yeah, one of them.
That's how you know the lie is so bold. You are questioning yourself.
Okay,
hold on. I must have messed up.
I was like, because there's no way that this man was lying on
did
camera.
You just smack me? No.
Where they can replay what the lie was.
Damn.
I saw your hand go like.
I literally.
We just confused
because you did. I was like, B slap.
Did someone get slapped? I'm so confused.
You can always subjectively argue opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Or the importance of mentioning it. You can argue that I didn't think it was important. Why is it important? I didn't really see that at the time. It was engagement. I didn't really think that was an important detail. Not engagement. It was our reception. I didn't really think that was an important detail to bring up. You can argue all of that and try to state your case. You cannot argue lying.
A
direct
question.
Angel? My name's Reggie.
Exactly. It was too direct of a question.
Yes.
And then he just lied.
And I don't understand why.
And that was the only part that I had redemption because I literally was like, I don't understand why you would lie. I don't understand. It was such an unnecessary lie that it's confusing.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Especially because she has a man roommate.
Well, you also
I believe.
No, you deserve all of this interruption time. It's great.
I'm like, just
get it out.
And I believe Jasmina when she said, I actually don't care.
Right.
I just wish you would have told. It becomes an issue because you lied.
Only worse than a lie is a wasted lie.
The thing is,
you literally had no reason to do that.
Even if he did lie, straight up lie, but even if that wasn't the question that was brought up, I had a problem with the way he was communicating with her of how it's not a big deal to him. It's like, but you still could have said something.
Because he was gaslighting her.
Yes, he was the whole time is like, but I mean, okay, I do. So I'm like, no.
He was trying to downplay because he was caught.
Yeah.
But you in
so
the
he was trying to
though.
make it that it wasn't something that it wasn't, but it was what it was.
He could have said that right before they walked in. Before we walk in here, I forgot to tell you. Y'all in the apartment right now where these people
with
live.
Cameras.
That's what makes it so weird.
And he was being evasive. Like, whose is this? My roommate's.
Oh, girl walked to the bathroom, scratching her head, scratching her butt, like, hey, y'all.
Just was so, I really need the answer to why. Because there were so many ways, not just the lie, but like Marcus said, he could have said something right before they walked in. He could have said, he knew. The thing is, he knew eventually this was going to come back to bite him.
Right.
So why do all of that? And then not even just fess up to, I lied. I was nervous. Didn't want to tell you. This whole like dance that he's doing, it's confusing me because I don't know what the purpose of it is.
I agree.
Because you're married at first sight, like what you were doing prior, unless you are in a relationship with these women currently, which it doesn't look like you are. Yeah, man, I was staying with these two girls, homegirls from college. Now that we're married, we gonna move in and we gonna get our own place.
That could have been a Craigslist listing. Oh, they need a roommate. Cool.
Anything. It all preceded. You didn't cheat. You didn't do anything wrong.
Saying. You guys are starting at quite literally ground zero. She knows nothing about you. And so everything becomes telling about you.
Yes.
So this is either a fact, I live with women. Yes, I do. This is who they are. I've known this one. I don't, whatever the case may be, it don't really matter the details. It only becomes an issue because you didn't tell the truth about it. And that's why it's like, now I'm questioning you and your trust and all of this when I didn't have to, because all you had to do was say, yeah.
And now I'm going home to check on my dog and make sure my dog gets into dog school, even though I did not.
Yeah, but she lied about that too.
No, but yeah, she lied to him, but she told us.
She told the camera, was like, I actually did need space, after she just told him, I don't need space. I'm just saying the space is good. Girl, just
tell him what it is.
But Dr. Cal walked up in there and they started going back and forth. He was like, now look, what y'all about to do is shut up and let me talk.
Yes.
But say a situation.
I don't remember. Go ahead. I'll remember it later.
I also think that their conversation about whether or not he was being aggressive.
That's what I was about to go to. Thank you.
That was interesting to me.
Listen, because she was like, you've yelled at me. He was like, you can characterize it as a couple of ways, but yelling is not what I did. And she's like, you've agreed that you've yelled, and now you're saying you didn't. She was like, okay, fine, I'm a liar. Because they both have been lying to each other, I don't know who's telling the truth.
Yes. I was leaning toward Michael, and the only reason why is because when Pastor Cal was trying to interject, he was like, no, we do have to talk about this. I felt like he was saying, no, you're really lying. We need to have this conversation. But also, Jasmina was like, now Michael. And I was like, well, girl, you kind of yelling too. I'm so confused.
Michael is intense.
Yeah.
I'm so confused. But you could see I could see easily how they could have an escalated conversation. She was talking kind of condescending. He has a knack, it seems like, to automatically kind of talk that way too.
It is very because I don't know, some people are extremely aware of cameras and know how to behave a certain way.
Yes.
In front of cameras, right? Michael actually does seem like a person that would be hyper aware, especially, he's a black dude. So black dudes are already hyper aware of environments anyways, and how to switch up in those environments. So I'm not saying that automatically everything she has to say is true, but I'm trying to figure out how much of this is Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
From him.
It was,
from him.
It was, I really can't say it was telling, but it did kind of perk my ears up a little bit when they were just sitting there. Before they started going really back and forth, they were just talking, and he was just like, so how the hell you going to do? And it was just kind of, I was like, now that was a little bit of an uptick that was kind of came out of nowhere, but that's the only thing it was. So I'm like, is that part of what she's talking about? Is that elevated when they're alone?
Yeah. But I wonder, they also could have, she was like, I don't think he was at 10. So maybe his 10 is like, I could yell. That wasn't yelling. That also could be it. But I know, I just felt like when he was like, no, hold on, Dr. Kyle. I know you're trying to get up in here, but we need to figure this out. It was very much like, you really finna sit up here and lie? Let's talk about it then, because I will agree that I was condescending. I will agree that I had this tone. What I will not agree to and what I did not say is that I was yelling. And you keep trying to say that I was yelling.
And they keep having all
that's also relative too.
That's what I'm saying. It was but also her saying, and your sisters agree. And it was like, well, were they present in the conversation? To me, and I thought this about her as well, and he said it, and I was like, I'm happy you said it. She came in hard with an image of who he is based on the conversation she had with his family and what his people said at the
like Alyssa.
Yes, like Alyssa.
Family made it harder for both of them.
And that's why he was like, honestly, I feel like you're painting me in a very unfair. Can I display those things? Absolutely, but I'm trying not to with you. But any sign of it, you're like, that's it.
I see it. I
saw
got
it.
You.
That's what I feel like. He's like, no, girl, I'm really that's not even what it is. But you're trying to make it seem like it is, and it ain't.
Well, let me tell you what it is. It is ShipStation time, okay? And ShipStation is sponsoring today's ad. Now, listen, a lot of people coming into the 2022 have been like, I'm going to start a business. I'm going to make some more income because I got dreams, I got goals. And if
But they got dreams and goals.
Listen, and then when you got a business, especially a small business, you need all the assistance possible.
Yes,
amen.
you do.
And ShipStation is here to give you that. ShipStation is already trusted by over 100,000 e-commerce sellers. It can keep track of orders from any sales channel, easily find the best shipping carrier with deeply discounted rates, and automate just about any shipping task with just a few clicks. Now, the thing that I like the most about ShipStation is these discounted rates for shipping. Shipping can get really, really expensive, especially depending on what type of items you're selling online. And you don't want to have to, you got to figure out a way to offset all that cost. And you're trying to figure out, is that a part of your eating up your profit margin? Are you passing that on to the customer? Well, with ShipStation, you're getting discounts like you're a Fortune 500 company. So you don't have to feel like you got to move thousands of units per month to be able to get that discount. You can still be the same small business you are, whatever your inventory is, and know that you're getting the discounted rates that these other large companies are getting. And ShipStation will allow you to funnel your sales from any place. I'm talking about Amazon, eBay, Etsy, or your own website. From anywhere, even your phone. So there's no headaches from dealing with returns or tracking, returns or return tracking. ShipStation makes it easier. Okay, no wonder 98% of companies use ShipStation for a year. Keep using it for as long as they're in business. It's that good because you save your sanity knowing that your orders are handled and you're getting the best rates. So this is what we want you to do. Ship more in less time with ShipStation. Use our offer code TBTB to get a 60-day free trial. That's 2 months free of no hassle, stress-free shipping. Just go to ShipStation.com, click on the microphone at the top of the page, and type in TBTB. ShipStation. Make ship happen.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Come on. I heard it. I heard that variety. I do worry about them just because either they both just lying to each other's face, or there is a lot of things being lost in translation, and you be hoping that like when you say what you're saying, that the person interprets it the way that you meant it, right?
Correct.
But it feels like with them too, either it's lies or misinterpretation of what someone's saying.
Yes.
Which is unfortunate because I don't know if they're able to slow down their reaction enough to first cycle through, okay, now this is how I took it. Is this the way they wanted me to take it? How did you mean me to take it? It goes to offense.
yes.
Very quickly. Yeah.
Quickly.
They gotta get past this line thing first.
Man, what you
Yes.
talking, Tankler?
And the lie and the interpretation. But also, I like them.
I want them to work. I
Yeah,
feel like they
absolutely.
could work.
I do too.
That's what's unfortunate.
yes.
That is really
Yeah.
I
what's
really
unfortunate.
like them.
It'll take some work, but yeah, I would like to see them work.
Because it looks like well, even though they are showing each other no affection, it seems as though they would both be physically attracted to one another.
Beautiful people.
It seems as if both have the desire to be in a functional working marriage. And lies are big, but the fact that these are things that don't have to be in place, like meaning religion is something hard to remove.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Or political thoughts.
Yes.
But like, you ain't got to add a lot to the pot. That's not something
So
you have to
unnecessary.
put. That's not seasoning you have to put in your marriage. And I'm sad that they're making a bad marriage soup. I want them to work.
I do too.
do.
That's what's frustrating about this is that they were having a discussion and argument about something that didn't have to be.
Yeah.
It didn't have to be though. It didn't. Anything else, Jasmine and Michael?
No.
All right, let's go on to Lindsay and Mark. They are my nerves.
Shock.
I see Mark's point with Lindsay.
Oh, 100.
Oh,
She is so all consuming.
she's an avalanche.
and an avalanche.
A never ending one, though.
Yeah, it's keep going. That mountain
Yes.
is growing as that
Yes.
snow is falling.
Yes.
I'm a lot too. Me and Melissa were talking about this. I'm a lot but I'm not. I don't be that much.
No.
I'm a lot as well. I understand that.
But I don't be like.
Well, that's the other thing. She acts like she doesn't understand it. Like
she
she
said it,
says
though.
she does, but she don't.
Exactly.
When Pastor Cal corrected her and then went to Mark and started talking to him, she completely forgot everything Pastor Cal said and was like, yeah, see, that's what you do. It's like, shut up.
Yes.
He's talking to him now. She's just like, I truly, after he said whatever he had to say to her, it was like it went in one ear and out the other, and she was just like, now we're back to talking about him.
Yeah.
The real issue.
It was, and he was, the fact that she was just like, it really frustrated me that she became an ass when it was time for her to take her own medicine.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where he was just like, okay, do you hear what Mark's saying? She was like, I mean,
was
not
a
really.
He just said one big run-on sentence. He's not saying anything.
I was like, wait, no, are you
So
really
you
trying
can't
to fix this?
you can't hear yourself, huh? Like
That would piss me off
That was
if
a
I was
four-time
in
joke.
Yeah.
that serious of a conversation, and it's finally my chance to speak my truth vulnerably, not trying to make digs at you, but really being like, this is why I'm caught up. This is the reason why you're feeling distance from me, is because of this. And she acts like a child.
Yes.
I'd be like, forget it. I'm out. I'm out.
yeah.
I can't do it.
And the fact that he was like, it's you are too much. And she was like, no, it's because you have so much other stuff going on.
Yeah, it's everything
in your
else.
life. It's not me.
Right.
It's like, it's your, what is it? Your landlord. It's your mama, your grandmama.
And he's like, I've had the landlord.
Correct.
You're the new addition.
It's
Yeah.
you.
I've had bed bugs for a long
Everything,
time.
everything was
Bed bugs had suitcases.
Gucci till you stepped into this
Man.
equation.
And you can see it when poor man. And she does, and he said this, I do believe she comes with great intentions.
Yeah.
I do believe everything she does comes from like a place of love. I actually really I do believe that. She just does it in a way that doesn't allow you to like have your own thought about it.
Yeah.
So when it's like, do you like this? Yes. Well, why? It's ugly. Does it bring you joy? I don't know if it brings me joy.
Right.
It's mine. I like it. I would like to keep it. But now
Right.
you're asking me these
Yeah,
questions.
first of all, you ain't gonna be. Go ahead.
No, you go take it.
All right, I will.
So it was
First
so
of all,
funny
you
the
ain't gonna
way-
be up in my spot just throwing my stuff away. It's like, put it in the trash.
Oh.
Get rid of it.
Funny.
That's not
That's hard,
eco-friendly.
huh? To
Yeah,
have people just
especially
throwing
for
your
somebody
stuff
you don't
away?
know. For somebody you don't know. Now, if you know that person, you doing it out of love. Yeah, throw that shit away
I
because
think
it's in
she
the
was
way.
doing it out of love as well.
No. But he don't know her. She don't know him.
No, it's still
Melissa throws
his.
my stuff away. Melissa throws my stuff away, and I want
do.
it. And I want my
Marcus
stuff.
does it to me too.
Because y'all are
asked
pack
her.
rats and y'all are gaseous.
No, I asked
It's a
her.
lot to deal with.
Before I throw her stuff away, hey, do you want this? I asked.
Because
And
Liz,
what do
your
I
stuff,
do?
your
I
stuff
go-
ain't all over the place, is
I
it?
go
Correct.
throw away something in the trash, and what do I see? Something beloved in there. And you know what she
Exactly.
says? I thought you was gone.
Well, look at the Lindsay's.
Oh.
Look at the I thought you was gone.
I do.
Lit.
But this is the thing.
She don't even throw it in the outside trash.
We gonna
It'd be
look-
right here.
Right.
Let's just let him
I
talk.
like my bed bugs. Leave me alone.
That's basically what Mark said. He said, look, I like that she helps me with stuff. She just does it in a way I hate it, and I don't want her help. He wasn't prepared to defend why he has 90210 DVDs. He just has them.
Yes.
He's like, what is this, your childhood baseball stuff? You care about that? He was like, it's my childhood. I was like, girl, most people care about what they look like as a kid.
She's like, get over
That
it.
is not unusual. Now, why it's on the floor, I don't know. But the man, he was
'Cause he had
6 years
bed
old.
bugs.
Oh,
Bed
my
bugs
gosh.
was like, what's up, Liz?
Yeah, bed
Where was
bugs.
y'all in Mexico? We've been
Yeah,
chilling.
you've been looking for y'all. We done ran out of skin flesh to eat out the mattress.
Skin flesh. Ew. I mean, I can see how I can be a type of Lindsay person, and it does take me being like, pause. What type of help does this person actually want from me specifically?
Really good question.
It is hard, but sometimes you got to do it because if you're not paying attention, and the thing is, she's not paying attention
No.
to how he's recoiling to her
Correct.
He's
help.
like, It's
And
like she's stepping on his feet.
He didn't even want to say what was.
when she broke whatever it is she broke, I don't even know what it was. That's when he was like, okay, enough.
Right.
You're too much.
And she's like, He's recoiling more. His life is falling apart, and that's why he's recoiling. And
Meanwhile, she's got the baseball bat, beating the shit out of his life.
Marie Kondo, when she cleans up your house, she does it nicely.
Correct.
Oh, what does this mean to you? Lindsay's like, you don't need this crap. Who cares about you when you were 6? Now this is clean. I'm peeing on the ground now. Also,
it's so true.
She came in like a wrecking ball.
She came in like a wrecking
Yeah, but
ball.
like you could see he had no room to say or correct anything that he felt like she was doing wrong. It's like, hey, I don't like when you do this. What do you mean you don't like it? Of course you like it. It's me. Come on now, throw that away.
I hate the way you brush your teeth.
Yeah.
It was funny though, the way you brush your teeth.
What's funny is
it
I
was
didn't
5.
even notice.
Not until she called it out.
I didn't know she's quiet, but I laughed out loud. He was like,
You know,
like, you don't have to do both. If you're doing
Yeah, you
this,
just
you don't
do
have to
one.
also move your head.
That's
He's
true.
like, I want to go the other way.
And actually, you really should move the brush. Just
yeah, everybody ain't
That's
got
how it
Oral B list. Sonic Care.
I forgot what I was gonna say. She is a lot.
Oh, she is.
She's a lot.
And
Like, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was about to say, and Mock, he don't look like he got a lot of energy to stay.
You know
in
what's
it.
crazy about Mark? From the setup, I thought he was gonna be her.
Yeah, I did too.
He is way muted in comparison to her.
I would
Yeah,
like
compare.
to
It's a
know.
candle to the sun.
Dog.
Yes,
It's like for real.
that's
It's like
what
this
it
candle's
is.
bright in this dark ass room, but take it outside on a sunny day.
You can't.
Literally, what
That
I was
is
gonna
such a
say.
good analogy.
I want to know what his friends are if he was the life of the party, because he's really not
They throw frisbee.
party like.
Listen, you know what my wife said in a podcast, in our relationships, we play roles. If you get in a room with her, you're like, well, I don't have the energy to be more than this. So I will now play the opposite.
Yeah.
But if I'm with my regular friends, I have the energy.
That's
and
why I
think
want to see him.
with the other shocks.
I want to see him as Mark the Shark, because
He ain't been able to do it.
He comes across so subdued.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he
Yeah,
is
nah,
Mark the
she's like-
starfish. He's
Yes.
Yeah, because I mean, when you like, she comes off, especially with their chemistry
feel like
together.
I know
It's like
that's right.
you're locked in a room with Taz.
Oh
the
yeah,
Tasmanian
she is
Devils.
Tasmanian the
You
devil.
can-
Yes.
Johnny from the Wild Thornberry.
From the Wild Thornberries, I just saw it. Yeah. Joshua, we don't have no more ads.
Yo. Do you remember the
no.
Wild Thornberries? There's nothing Josh doesn't remember.
Josh is an
Because
old
Josh
soul.
was really born in 83.
I was
This
like,
is
Josh,
totally
you remember
unrelated.
slavery? He was like, yep.
I meant to ask you guys.
Got
this
sold
when
twice.
we all got together. So on Twitter, people were arguing over, was the halftime show our generation or Gen X? The music. There was a whole debate because when like Dr. Dre was releasing music, or Snoop Dogg, people
I'm
who
Gen
were
X, right? Yes, Gen
Yeah,
X.
I can
Yeah.
actually see
Wait,
the
but
argument.
Gen
yeah,
X.
it's that
But
whole.
going all the way to Eminem makes it me.
Well, see, the thing that's crazy is the songs they chose, most of them were released in 2000 and up. But the artists themselves are like 50, most of them, except
yeah.
Kendrick, I believe.
Da 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 da. That's
Yeah.
Gen X.
I
No,
was
no,
gonna-
not that song.
Oh,
But-
that's why I was like,
yeah, what is Dre? Mary J 50, right?
Yes, she
Yeah,
is.
she's-
And Dr. J 50.
50 something. Snoop 75.
oh,
Is,
Snoop's definitely 75.
34?
I feel like everything Dre did and Snoop did were old.
I agree.
No, Still Dre is 2000.
That is.
Still Dre is 2000. I was tripping because I thought I was wrong. I think only
One is
two
Still
songs.
Dre. Is that the one he did with Eminem?
Da 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 da. It's the one and only the Snoop Dogg.
Dogg.
That's 2000s?
Yeah. The problem is we
What are the other
associate
songs
them
that they
when
did?
we were
Because
younger.
again,
I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, that was on the
What was
album
95?
2000.
I think Snoop's song was
Chronic
95.
2000. Yeah.
Oh, he played it though after Eminem.
Yeah.
After Eminem performed. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
forgot
yeah.
that he performed again
Again.
after Eminem.
Yeah.
So this is the thing. Why does it have to be either or? I feel like
that's
that
what I
was
was
a,
saying.
It was
Yeah,
a
that's
bridge.
what I was about to say. Who cares?
It was a generationally bridge
That's what I
performance.
Especially
was
when
gonna
it's
argue.
all
If
the
you-
same artists performing throughout those generations.
That's
It's
what I
like,
was
what's the
gonna say.
point?
If you found the song when
But
you
I
were
said
12,
at first it was fine.
Yeah.
it's still your song. if you were in middle school and you heard it for the first time, it's your
still your
song. And if
song.
you were in the club at 21,
Yeah.
it's your song too.
Previous two performers though, like The Weeknd performed his new stuff, Bruno performed some of his new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I see.
But I think the argument is the same though. It's just like if I'm 12 and I hear Bruno versus if I'm 36 and I hear Bruno, it's like That's my jam.
But if you
Okay,
hear
here it is.
Weekend now,
I
you'd be
found it.
like,
I don't
get
know
him
about no
off.
Weekend.
Yes, you do.
This is
You
the
don't
whole
like
list
him.
of the halftime track
With the
list.
year?
But it's somebody my
Yes.
age that does. Like,
The next episode, 2001.
Okay.
California Love, 95. In the Club, 2001. Family Affair, 2001. No More Drama, 2001. Mad City, 2012. All Right, 2015. Forgot About Dre, 2000. Lose Yourself, 2002. Still Dre, 1999.
So it's Generation X.
All right was 7 years.
yeah.
It's mostly Generation X.
so it's
That
when the
was
song comes out and not who's
But
listening
what
to the
We were
music.
17 for most
I was going
of
to say,
these.
but you're on the end of Generation X.
Yes, so I'm saying.
Yeah, you
they
already
call
old.
me- Yes, no,
We-
but
No,
No,
listen,
you're on the
listen.
end of Generation X going into us.
Right. So I'm saying
She's a
the way
zillion,
what I'm saying is these songs when they came out, I think of songs as of when I was an adult and the songs could actually mean something to me versus
That's not hip hop.
Oh,
What do
I
you
think
mean?
of teenage
That's what I
years.
think too. I think teenage.
I think of my
it's
teenage
when you're
years.
introduced to hip hop.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Like
you
when your
kinda
older
fall in
cousin
love
and you're
with
like
it.
that's not hip
yes.
hop. What are you
Hip
saying?
hop is not the stuff you're relating to. It's just what sounds good to you. The stuff
you're
that
like
you
13.
when you're a teenager, that's when you like, hey, this is my jam. You can't relate
When
to that
I'm
stuff until
like-
you in your
I
I think
30s.
it's different. I do think
20s
with the
and
point, if
30s.
you're in the club, like if you were in the
Right.
club when In the Club came out,
That's what I'm saying.
you feel like that's your song too. We weren't in the
Yeah,
club.
but most of these songs you said were 2000, 2001,
I was
in the
2002.
club.
We were
Club is also
16, 17.
That's why I don't agree with all this
was in-
generation
like, when I
bullshit.
think
Like,
of Mary
it
J.
don't
Blige
matter
in
really.
this dancery.
Me and Josh like all the
That's
same
my
music.
song
Like,
more
what-
so
it
than
don't
Real
matter.
Love. I
But we are
didn't know
close.
what
Yeah,
Real Love.
We're not far from
Well,
the
that's what I was
generation.
going to say. That we're talking about the same time period, but because you're a few years older than us, you got to be in the club.
Right.
We were just 17.
That's all
Yes.
I'm saying. That's the only reason why I'm saying
I mean more like
Generation
50.
X.
People who are Dre's age, not Angel's like 4 years.
But thing is, Dre wasn't making music for people his age at
That's
in the
also
late
true.
90s,
We
2000s.
can't add you
Dre
to,
is 50.
You can't add the, well, that's
Angel's
actually
my
3
brother's-
years old.
show the
how it's actually a Brit. I agree. That's what I was saying. You can't go all the way to Kendrick even, actually.
Oh no!
And
I
then-
think they include millennials. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was just going off a majority of the songs were 2000 to 2002. That was during my getting into the club.
And that's the reason why I say it's ours. We're the same.
Yeah.
she was like, we right here. If we said Zillennial, that would be.
Correct.
Millennials before us or after us?
It's
the
a combination
This
of the
shit is
middle.
stupid.
That's
bridge.
you, ain't it?
Yes, but I'm technically Generation
This shit
X.
changes
And
like
we're
every 2
technically
years.
millennials, but
Actually,
I
you're not a
would
millennial.
identify
Actually, you're a
as
Omicron
millennial.
CX,
Shut
which is the
up.
age limit. I hate that generation bullshit. It like don't even matter.
It does.
yeah.
It matters in the sense of how we definitely view the world differently based off of the generation we fall in, and that's the reason why they had to come up with Zillennial because.
But the generation you fall in, it could be a couple of months difference, and you're gonna see the generation the same. Look
I
at
agree.
us.
We have mostly the same experience.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's the reason why they created
Zillennial.
And they're
Zillennial.
gonna have to keep creating stuff because it's stupid. It don't matter.
You're 41, Angel?
Yeah, I'll be 42
You were
this
what,
year.
28, Josh?
29.
The way you talk about
If I'm 40, you're
millennials
39.
a lot of the time,
be
you're
30 next
referring
year.
to people a lot younger than you.
I'm referring to people in high school.
That is not
Millennials?
millennials at all. That's generation
Exactly.
school?
The people that they consider, I'm considered what?
Millennial.
A millennial. And when I see the people and they say, "Oh, well, these are the millennials," I'm like, these people are out of high school or in college or whatever. I'm like,
No, that's just because people be getting it wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
Gen Z is
They're,
next, right?
they're
That's what you
Gen
are,
Z.
Josh, right?
They're Gen
whatever
Z.
they are.
But millennial just
What's the age range of millennial?
I think it's
me.
It's Josh to me and Alyssa.
So that's
So-
the reason why they created Zillennial because
Our
Josh,
upper-
Victory, and Portia don't relate to you all in the same way.
Is
Yeah, because
Victor
did you have an
considered
answering
millennial?
machine?
Yes, she's the same age.
Josh
as
has
Shut
had
up,
everything
Joshua.
we ever had.
We had this conversation.
I don't even
No,
do this
an
with him
actual
anymore.
answering machine in your house with your
Josh
mama.
went to a Luther Vandross concert.
What?
I had a rotary phone
You lying.
all my life.
Josh's dad is the reason.
You're just the exception. Get out.
It's 66.
His dad's
Oh,
young.
your dad's
Your dad is
older.
older.
It, you're,
Oh, I
it
thought
makes
his
all the
dad's young.
sense.
But
It
his
makes
dad is
all the
older for
sense.
him.
He's over.
Your mom, your parents had you as an adult.
It's like 66.
My parents had me as a kid.
Not so much, but that's another.
Well, my dad and my mom were
Old
kids.
for him.
She said they were kids.
They were kids.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know why we got
Still
here.
I
bullshit.
want to before I go. I want to definitely jump on Elijah and Katina real
Okay,
quick.
are we done with the market?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
here we
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Katina
Because
and
I'm
Elijah one.
I you can tell from my perspective
That
one, Katina is not about to embarrass, is going to do her best not to embarrass
agree.
her husband on television.
I agree.
I do believe, because a lot of times I'm like, why is she not saying anything? Like, she's very, like, she thinks of her words before she says them. When Pastor Cal was asking her questions, she was just like, I mean, sometimes it can hurt my feelings. Nah. And I'm like, so a part of me was like, oh, does she not feel comfortable speaking up? But I think what it is that she never wants to put him in a place where he's embarrassed. And Olajuwon, he's growing on me, even though he's a little bit
He's kind of a
annoying.
lot, too.
Yeah, he's a lot. He's a lot in a very annoying way. I still see more and more, even though some of his ideas I just think are just young and immature. I do still truly believe he wants this to work.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's like, for me, he
100%
gets like the most improved.
Yeah.
Because he has like, when I was sitting there watching, it's like, okay, like you said, he's got a whole lot of things that need to be worked on. But when he sees it, he's like, all right, let me fix this.
Yeah.
Or, I can say, or I can look at this way. And from them, what has it been, 7 days? It's
10
like, or 10 or whatever, how many days it's been. It's like, all right, this boy is constantly improving like every episode. Now, although he'll say something like, I'm going to change her life if we get to having sex.
Yeah.
I'm like, now you went back down. But I have, as soon as you go
Also,
up,
coochie lips.
he'll take
Why
like
you
2
saying
steps
that in
forward, 1
church?
step back, but he does take 2 steps forward every time it seems like. I'm like, he's definitely most improved.
I wonder the conversations that they have off camera
Me
because
too.
Katina is surprisingly put together in terms of her words.
Yes.
The fact that she just hasn't just blown, because there have been times where I feel like he's trying to get her to explode.
The horse.
Yes. Like he is just poking at her, trying to see what is your limit. And the fact that she has maintained her composure this entire time is just hats off to you, because I probably would have broken.
And she can tell, and he really showed it this episode, she can tell how much her words mean to him. When he took her into his house, he's like, what you think? Can you see a family here? What you think about the green paint?
Yeah.
What you think about this? What you think about that? He really wants her
Approval.
She was like,
approval,
I
of
would
verbal
never put it with my
affirmations.
eyes.
And I'm like, oh, she's aware of this.
Yes.
So that is why she's like,
Because your whole entire house, Olajuwon, should be stripped and redone. And the
It
fact
should.
Brown stuff on
How
the
do
wall.
you feel about it, Melissa?
the whole thing, and the fact that she was just like the curtains.
I was in there like, I don't have no design stuff, but I know that don't go like that there.
Look, when you got tan countertops, tan walls, and tan cabinets,
Talk
about-
something need to change. Because
Yes.
it was dark in
I feel
there.
like I live in a cardboard box.
And then had the nurse, she was like,
chickens and
I would
stuff.
paint it great. That don't match. Well, no one's asking you, matchy.
matchy.
He had the children like, here's my art project. You like it? You're like, uh-huh.
I mean,
Yeah, Cracker Barrel a coffee
needed it.
curtain up there. I was like, hey, I know you got that at Cracker Barrel.
Oh my.
But that's exactly how Cracker Barrel be.
It did. That's
It
why
be
you
all brown in there with the stuff on the wall.
Lindsay would have came in there ripping that stuff down.
Does this bring you joy?
Drywall.
It's ugly.
She was like, "This green. How can you work out in here? It'll
Oh
make
my
me
God,
puke every
that
time I did it."
green.
That green was tough.
I don't understand it.
You better off with white walls.
White.
Yes.
Can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong with white. People just say it be plain in here. Plain better than ugly.
Yeah.
You ain't never lied.
Bye, guys.
Have a good.
Appointment.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Angel got them. I'm gonna get you sucker pants on.
I told her I just got my black ones I haven't worn
Things
because
is
they do the
loud.
same thing.
I can't even hear y'all, huh? Things is loud.
Those, but do they? Mine stick. That's why.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, mine's-
I have another pair of latex pants that I'm just like.
I gotta see who's designing Ivy Park. This person they are a menace.
Those are the Ivy Park ones.
Yeah.
I have a pair of brown Ivy Park and then these red Ivy Park. These are definitely better.
They got different material on the inside.
Yes, so I'm not feeling like I'm baking rolls in here. Those other ones, you gonna get a yeast infection.
Hello. They're so cute. I literally just bought a red pair of pants today. I love it.
All right, guys.
All right.
Sound like a box full of Christmas decorations.
This is the thing.
Like the garland and wreaths and stuff.
I just put those in the garage. And
It sound like that, don't it?
sounds like. If you hear the ornaments rolling around against the reefs.
Ain't no metal. It's all plastic.
Oh, I love it. I want to wear mine, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, you got to wear it. We're going to talk about you
It still
too.
looks good.
No, they stick. I'd be happy that they stick because I'd be
Like, what you
feeling
think,
like
Kev?
my thighs touch, and I like that. All right. Anything else on Elijah Wan?
I don't think they're gonna work.
And they haven't had sex.
And that was on
That's
him.
Isaac who want to have sex. Elijah, he's done with that.
I'm so surprised that they haven't had sex yet.
And it's like, I guess I kind of get his reasonings, but he was still cocky behind if they do have sex.
Yes,
He was.
It's like,
he's
come
gonna be
on,
that
man.
way.
He can't drop that
That was
part of
his one step
personality.
back. Well, it was his 2 steps back, but he took 3 steps forward. It's like, all right, Elijah, I see you. I get
I
you,
still
man.
think they're gonna work because he has he wanted to work.
They both wanted to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He, and as much as he is, he's gonna work equally as hard, it seems,
Absolutely.
to make sure it works.
And I think you're more forgiving of the other person when you know they want to make it work, as opposed to they just here for the worst is here for the wrong reasons. The
Correct.
best if wanted to make it
Yeah.
work. I think
Yeah.
that's why Chris was like, you're not even here for this. And
Right.
Olajuwon, as much as he can be like the kitchen and the decoration and the pushy, he really want to be with her.
Yeah.
Like he
I
was
think
like,
she does too.
yeah. I agree. When he grabbed her hand when they was about to go in the house, and he was like, I have not brought a woman like this for real.
He be getting so emotional.
He gets so
Yeah.
emotional.
I love it.
He be
And that
meaning
for
it.
real, I knew what he meant. Like,
That's
I ain't
some
brought
Woody
nobody here for
vibes.
It is.
That's some Woody vibes.
It is.
It is Woody vibes.
Congratulations,
Oh.
Woody and Amani.
Y'all
'Cause I
got
know they
pregged
gonna
out.
say-
I
Oh, yeah,
seen the picture.
congratulations.
Yes. Okay. Anything else on them?
No.
I
All
had
right.
one more thing, but I can't remember.
Okay. Last couple is Noi and Steve.
Now,
kids.
look,
Or none.
that girl's too rigid on some of
I
these
agree.
Oh,
things.
I think the
Like the
rigidity is so
dog in the
dangerous.
bed, the kid thing. It's like
Yes.
one of you have a set of twins, you try to have one, then you have another set of twins.
Yeah, I
Then
don't
I- then we
understand.
get
Or
it.
like he
One
said,
way.
you can't have kids.
Yeah.
She's just like,
The thing is,
Well-
anytime a person is like very rigid, they're not trying to create a new life with you. They're trying to incorporate you into their life or their life plans
Or their vision of their
or their
life.
vision of their life. It always, in the history of this show, it usually doesn't work well.
bruh.
Yeah, that makes me sad though because I think they're really cute. I really like Steve. I think he is
Yeah.
so like level-headed and willing
Yeah.
to like have a conversation. Even though she be talking, I just don't understand being like. And Pastor Kyle was like, "Come on, girl," and she was like, "No,
I know. She
Yeah,
did
like
that at all.
speak up, talk.
not gonna budge on that."
She did it with a little baby
no
voice.
Can do.
But it's like the type. But yeah, she the things that she's rigid on is like she will not budge on.
Yes.
And it's
Not
like
at
you
all.
are married now. You got to be.
So?
You got to relax.
No, I don't.
You got to.
That's exactly
That's how she be.
Yeah.
3 kids or none.
Yeah, because I would put my foot down at the dog in the bed. First of all,
Listen,
it's
the
either
dog
the
got
dog
5
or me.
beds.
The dog is about to die. Okay,
He was like, "What if we put on the side?" No, the middle.
the middle.
I'm like, but
He's
black
gotta
folks, we don't
sleep right
want our
here.
Dogs sleeping in the bed with us, and we do. They definitely ain't sleeping.
Especially if the dog is old. The dog might be leaking at night. You never know. Dogs get old and things get weak just like people do.
Yeah,
But I'm like, you got 6 beds for this dog.
let him sleep in his bed.
Any bed, just not this one. And
No.
Steve was trying to cultivate his relationship with his wife.
Man,
Right.
he's
You out here.
hold the dog. He's like, okay,
Yeah.
I hold it.
I like
Yeah.
his only non-negotiable was. Do we know that yet? His job was that this one where he was just like, I'm not willing to do that. Didn't they have the conversation about the kids?
Yeah.
And she started talking about her childhood and how traumatic that was. And then in his confessional, he was like, it was this one. In this confessional, he was like, I understand I have a wife now and I have to, be able to take care of her, but I'm not really willing to go back into corporate America. Y'all don't remember that?
I remember him saying he knows that. What did he say? He works as a freelance and contracting and everything, and he said he can always get a job. Don't remember that part though.
Oh, well, child, he did say it.
will.
I remember because I was like,
Do we need to take anything out?
I knew. No, because it came up here because she was crying about her childhood.
Yeah.
And how she didn't want her concern with like, I don't want my kids to worry about money.
Yeah. I don't want him to worry
Yeah, I
about
don't
money
want them
and
to worry about
everything.
money. And
And
he
he's
was-
like, I ain't never had to worry about money.
Basically.
I remember that.
Yeah. So anyway, the point is, I get what he doesn't want to budge on her stuff. I mean, they both actually have to come to the table, but her stuff seems very
Her stuff
like,
is very like it's petty.
especially the dog.
What's it called? Trivial.
It is trivial.
Yeah, very trivial. It's like, come on, the stuff is just like a child. You got to grow up on some of these things.
And I think it makes me wonder about her
Yeah.
and the things she's coming across stubborn.
Yeah, she's stubborn, and 1 and 2 is like
A little selfish.
So, what is your outlook on responsibilities in life? Because like she's approached like the 3-kid thing. He was like, well, let's see where we are. Can we afford 3 kids?
Yeah.
Do we have the time to have 3 kids? Like, are these things you're looking at, or are you looking at all your family has 3 kids, so you want
Therefore,
3?
I
It don't
want 3
always
kids.
work that
Also
way.
not a reason.
Are you even a kid person? Do you know yet?
No, she didn't know anything. She just knows in her vision of life and what it looks like with her white picket fence and the apple pie hanging out the
And
window.
Sushi sleeping in the bed.
There's Sushi
You
and
can't have the
3
dog
kids.
sleep in the bed if the baby got to sleep in the bed.
Hey,
That's the truth anyway.
that's a fact in the head. I mean, the
Dog
dog
don't
ain't
bite
gonna
the
make it
baby.
that long, but the new one ain't gonna do it either.
Yeah,
And your relationship with your dog change after you have a kid.
it does.
Yeah.
Some kid is needy, and dogs are needy too.
You
But
think your dog is your child until you have a child.
A lot of people don't be understanding that. They don't. Oh, it be pissing me off at work.
Yes.
When people come in there and talking about, oh look, and show this is one lady. She would literally walk around and show people pictures and videos of her dogs. And I'm like, I told her one day, I said, we all have children. And young children at that. We don't care.
Hello?
like literally these 2 dogs be just like running on the beach, just like.
nice. Also,
Okay.
people don't care about seeing your kids either.
No, they don't. That's something I never did. I got a cousin. Every chance I got, he'd be like, hey, you see, look, that's my little cousin, but I don't care to see all these pictures of her. I could just go walk over and look at her.
I could just go.
Don't show me no more goddamn pictures of her.
Like I said, that's my little cousin. I don't want to see it.
Yeah, I'm
Okay, if I
good.
wanna see it, I'll see it.
She's
her in
right
real
here.
life. I can see her in real life. I don't have to see her in the picture.
Oh,
All right. Anything else?
nah. Bye, Alyssa.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Until the next episode. Bye.